Hi, mathletes. You're doing a great job on our multiplication unit this week. We've already studied 2s, 5s, and 10s earlier in the school year. Now, we're really focusing on 3s and 4s. This week, you use the 100 chart to look for patterns for 3s and 4s. Yesterday, you did finger hopscotch, or you went outside to do hopscotch. And the idea was to practice your counting by 3s and 4s and also review your 2s, 5s, and 10s. Today, we're going to focus on, oh, look at that. I have the word strategy, but you know us. We like to do more than one, so I'm going to turn that to strategies. Today, we're going to focus on 2 strategies. You're going to focus on using a number line and skip counting to help you with multiplication. Now remember, think of strategies like tools in a toolbox. It's good to have many strategies, but sometimes you just need the one tool. But today, I want you to practice using both strategies so you become familiar with it. Great. Let's start by multiplying 3. And we're going to use skip counting to help us. Remember, I said we're going to be working with strategies. One of them will be using our fingers to skip count. The other one will be using a number line. So let's read the word problem. How many marbles are in 10 bags? Look with your eyes. Are these bags equal? And if they are equal, how many marbles are in one bag? Nice. Did you say 3? You're right. Anytime we have equal groups, we know it's a good time to do some multiplication. So I love the visualization of seeing the 3 marbles, and I love seeing the 10 bags. 1 bag, 2 bags, 3. So we know there are 10 groups of 3. So now we're going to use the number line to help us. So 0. So let's count using skip counting. We know that one group of marbles would be 3. 2 groups would be 6. 3 groups or 3 bags would be 9. 3 more. Good. I want you to think, what's 3 more? Say it, please. Great. So far, we have 5 groups. 6 groups of 3 would be, well done. I like that you're saying it with me. 3 more than that would be fabulous. 3 more than 21 would be, sometimes my brain is thinking one thing and it writes another. 3 more. 3 more. Good job. So that we know that 10 3s equal 30. We could also rate it as 10 groups, because each bag represented a group. So 10 groups of 3 equal 30. Fabulous. So let's practice skip counting with something we always have with us, our fingers. I like our fingers to represent groups. In this problem, we know that we had 10 groups of 3 marbles, or we had 10 bags of 3 marbles. So each finger represents a group. I like to hold up all the groups I'm dealing with first. In this case, it's 10. If we were dealing with 7 groups of 3 marbles, I would hold up 7 fingers. But right now we're doing 10. So you're going to skip count with me. When we look over here, we know that this represents one group. What's one group of 3? You're right. One group of 3 represents 3. What would 2 groups represent? Nice. 3 groups? I like to wiggle my fingers when I do this too. 4 groups of 3. Sometimes it's nice too to have like a little visual representation of dots. So that we get a visualize, we can kind of visualize what that looks like. Those are supposed to be marbles. But again, you do the best you can with what you have. So 4 groups would be 3 more. 5 groups. Nice. Now we're on our 6th finger, so that would be our 6th group. 7 groups. 8 groups of 3. 9 groups of 3. 10 groups of 3. I like that you're saying it with me. Fabulous. So you can also write it as 10, and the multiplication symbol actually means groups of. You can write it as 10 groups of 3, which equal 30. Great. So I think you're really starting to get the hang of this multiplying by 3. So now you're going to have a try. You can practice with a number line or skip counting on your fingers. Or if you're like me, you can do both. The key is we want you to be flexible thinkers, so we want you to have multiple strategies. Okay, now's your moment. You're going to do this. Here are 4 bowls. 3 potatoes are in each bowl. How many bowls are there in all? I love the visual representation. You're going to put this on pause. You're going to get a piece of paper and pencil, and you're going to draw a number line, or you're going to trace your fingers that you need and practice your skip counting. Press it on pause, and good luck. Wow, so many of you did number lines. So let's take a look at the word problem and the number line. Let's zoom here. Now, notice the hops. We've got 1 hop, 2 hops, 3 hops, 4 hops. Each hop represents a group. Now, let's look here. We've got 1, 2, 3. So each one of those hops represents one group of 3. So if you look at your paper and I look at my screen, we can skip count together. We know that one group of 3 represents 3. 2 groups of 3 would represent great. 3 groups, fabulous. 4 groups of 3, fabulous. So if we look back at our word problem, we can write and show our work in several ways. We can write 4 groups, and we know a bowl represents a group, 4 groups of 3 equal 12. We can write it as 4 threes. And we can even do the multiplication fact. We can do 4, and we know this means groups of. So 4 groups of 3 equal 12. Well done. Great. And some of my friends traced 4 fingers to represent the 4 bowls or the 4 groups. Let's do it together. Look at your paper. We know that this finger represents one group of 3. This finger represents 2 bowls. Actually, you can kind of see those 2 bowls. And we know 3 bowls would represent how many potatoes? I love the units. Nice. And 4 bowls of 3 potatoes represent that. Nice. It's also like a double stack too, right? If you know your 2s, it helps you with your 4s. So now we're going to practice multiplying 4 using skip counting. The same strategies we used before with number lines and fingers. If you look at the picture here, there are 4 clothespins in one group. And the question is, how many clothespins are in 10 groups? You can see there's a number line here. We know that. Let's practice skip counting together by 4s. So one group would be 4, 2 groups 8, 3 12, 4 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. So we know that 10 groups of 4 clothespins equals 40. Now let's try it together. Since we're dealing with 10 groups, we're holding up 10 fingers. Let's skip count by 4. You know what? I might even do like a little visual representation here so that we can see 4. All right, so we've got our visual representation on our fingers to give us a little extra meaning. Fabulous. So let's count together. 1 group of 4 equals 4. 2 groups of 4 would equal 8. 3 groups of 4 would equal 12. 4 more than 12, or 4 groups of 4, would be 16. 5 fours would be 20. Good. What would 6 fours be? You've got it. It's 24. 7 groups of 4 would be 28. 8 groups of 4. Think about it. Say it. Good. 32. 9 groups of 4. Think about it. Say it. 36. And 10 groups of 4 would be 40. Wonderful job. So now it's going to be your turn to have a try. You're going to practice using a number line or skip counting on your fingers. Now, if you did the number line last time, try doing skip counting on your fingers. If you did skip counting last time, try doing the number line. You want to use multiple strategies. You can even be super clever and do both. Let's read the word problem. There are 7 bags. 4 marbles are in each bag. How many marbles are there in all? You're going to pause the video and on your piece of paper, show your work. Welcome back. I can see that you have been busy. So let's look at the problem we just did. Some of our friends use their fingers. There are 7 bags. 7 bags represent 7 groups. So we held up 7 fingers. And we're going to skip count by 4 to get our answer. You can look on your paper to see if you've done the same thing. So let's start. 1 group of 4 is 4. Great. 2 groups of 4. Fabulous. 8. Look at your paper. Good. Did you have that? 3 groups of 4. 4 groups of 4. 5 groups of 4. 6 groups of 4. And 7 groups of 4. Wonderful. You could have showed your answer by writing 7 fours. You could have done 7 groups of 4 equal 28. And you could have done the multiplication fact because you know 7 and you know this means groups of 4 equal 28. So let's count how many groups we have. 1 group of 4, 2 groups of 4, 3 groups of 4, 4 groups of 4, 5 groups of 4, 6 groups of 4, and 7 groups of 4. So it represents the 7 bags, the 7 groups of 4. So now if you did a number line, let's look to see. We know that we start with 0, because if you have 0 bags, you have 0 marbles. So let's count. 4, we hop another 4, which gives us 8. We hop, give another 4, which equals 12. We hop another group of 4. Good. Nice. 4 more than that. Great. 4 more than that. And 4 more than that. Fabulous. And again, we talk about showing your work. You can write it as 7. We know the symbol means groups of 4 equal 28. We know that 7 4s equal 28. And we also know that we could write it, actually we could do with repeated addition, right? We know that 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 28. So you could even do repeated addition with that. And you can write it out as a sentence. 7 groups of 4 equal 28. So now it's on to the must do. We're trying to get you away from the screen because yesterday was gorgeous. Today is gorgeous. So we want to get you away from the screen. You can even do this outside at a table, or you can use it with sidewalk chalk. But the idea is we want you to apply everything you learned in this video and practice. It's your independent practice, your must do work. So if you are going outside with sidewalk chalk, I want you to practice writing like 7 groups of 4 and then showing me on the number line. You can also practice doing groups of 3 on the number line. You can take a photo of it and then upload it to Google if you like. You can practice skips counting on your fingers. And you can even maybe have one of your grown-ups after you've practiced for a while. Do a little video and then upload that so we can see how well you're doing with counting by 3s and 4s. So apply what you know and remember, not only do the number line or the skip counting with your fingers, but then write about it. Show us all the different ways you can show it with repeated addition or multiplication sentences or writing 4 3s. All right, have fun and enjoy the day.